Welcome to Crash Reviews. My name is Crash, and this is my review for His Dark Materials Season 1, Episode 5. Now, Season 1, Episode 5 leads in interestingly. You have the Egyptians on the road, heading north, and you have now Yorick Burnison, Lee Scoresby, and Lyra all going with them. Now, there is some interesting developments in this. As usual, I'm going to try to keep these His Dark Materials reviews to light to moderate spoilers, not going to spoil anything heavy, any big turns. But we do discover the fate of young Billy, and we discover the true evil of the Oblation Board, the true horror of what is going on with the Oblation Board. And it is pretty big, especially for this universe, for this other world. It's pretty extreme. It's pretty big, and it definitely makes you want to see them go down. We learned that Lord Asriel is being held captive by Yofer Ragnarsson, something like that. The king of the bears that supplanted Yorick. Sorry, Yofer Yorick. Yeah. Got a little crossed up there. We find out that Yofer is letting Asriel continue his research in his mountaintop laboratory while under guard. Now, we do have a little bit of development on the side of Mrs. Coulter. Can't really delve into that without getting a little too spoiler heavy. But we also have the introduction of Will. Now, as I understand it, Will is a very prominent character in the books. We get an introduction to Will. Now, Will is a resident of our world. He does have a connection to their world through his father, whose identity I'm not going to cover in this just because of attempting not to spoiler major parts of the story. But he does have a connection to their world, but he is from our world. So this is where I can't remember his name, Lord something. Yep, the Inquisitor type guy. I can't remember his name at the moment. This is where he's investigating things in our world, and it leads him to Will's house. And trying to investigate the connection that Will has to their world. And it's an interesting development. You get to meet Will and see the effect that their brush with the other world has had on their lives and the changes it has incurred. So it's very interesting. We get to meet Will. We get to meet his mother, who is unfortunately not all there anymore. She has gone a little crazy. And we see some of the hardship that brings upon Will. And it's a very interesting character so far, in my opinion. We haven't gotten a lot of interaction with him and other people, but I enjoy the character. I enjoy the way he cares for his mother. It seems like he's been dealing with this for quite some time. Her eccentricities and her issues. It seems like he's been dealing with this for quite a while. He's tired, but it's his mother and he loves her. And so he continues to help her. And I really, really like that. But we discover the fate of Billy, and we go further north. We do get to meet Serafina Pekkala finally. And so that's a pretty cool moment when you get to see her and meet her and everything like that, and the details that it goes into there. But we do finally get to meet the witch, Serafina Pekkala. And we get to meet her demon, Kaisa. And Kaisa stays with the group to watch over them, talk to them, advise them, things like that. Serafina promises to help in getting their children back. Help the Egyptians in getting their children back. But yeah, no, it was a good episode. I really enjoyed this. It definitely opened up more of the world, in my opinion, because we get more insight to the bears and how they work. We get a little more with Lee Scoresby. Not a ton with Lee this episode, but we get a little bit more with him. more with Lyra. You know, we get a lot in this episode, and I think it was a pretty good episode after the last. The last one kind of slowed things down a little bit. It was good, but it was all within the one town, and it kind of slowed the pace a little, which not necessarily a bad thing. This definitely picks the pace back up, and it's building towards, building into the second half of the season, which I imagine is going to be quite a bit of payoff. But no, it was a good episode. I give it a B plus. It was entertaining. Maybe a B, maybe not a B plus, a B. It was entertaining. It had some decent character development, some very good world development. Overall, I was very satisfied with the episode. The series is getting better and better. I'm having more and more fun with these episodes. So, yeah. Until next time, guys, I've been Crash, and this was my review for His Dark Materials, Season 1, Episode 5. Until next time, you guys have a great day.